What's going on, guys? Andrew Piluk here. I am back with another video, and yes, the camera looks a little bit off if you watch my videos regularly. I'm going to be doing an NHL Logos Ranked video. Now, Neil from Post to Post and Brent and the guys from Post to Post have made videos like this before, but since a lot of you actually have come from that channel because Neil's been nice enough to shout me out in multiple videos, I've actually gotten some requests to do this video because a lot of people like some of my hot takes that I have on Twitter. I've gotten some messages saying, talk about the logo, so I'm like, alright, you know what? I'm just gonna do it. I know this is Neil's thing, so make sure, if you're not already subscribed to Post to Post, go and subscribe to Post to Post because they're the best. Let's be honest here, they're awesome guys. Also, speaking of Neil from Post to Post, I've said Post to Post quite a lot. On Monday, we are going to be doing a NHL trade deadline live stream right when it starts pretty much, so make sure you subscribe to stick around because we are going to be streaming live, talking about trades, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys will join in, and we'll be talking some trades that have happened before and that are happening obviously right at the time they're happening. So make sure you subscribe, stick around for that, subscribe to Neil from Post to Post, and we're going to get right into this video. 31 to 1 or 1 to 31. I'm going to start obviously at number 31. Hopefully you guys really like this video. Again, this is my opinion. This is not anybody else's opinion. There is some things that I'm going to be talking about with the logos that have to do with me personally, my childhood, and what I like about the logos, and that's what it's all about. Your opinion, the person that you're watching this right now, is not my opinion, and my opinion is not yours. So here's the thing, you guys have free reign to say, oh, you know what, I don't really agree with you, but this is my list. Just don't be mean to each other in the comments section. Everybody's going to have a different opinion. So we're just going to get into my rankings, and a lot of people aren't going to like these rankings, but it's my opinion. Hopefully you guys like the video anyways, and number 31 is the Winnipeg Jets, and already people are like, oh, come on, dude, not the Jets. They are last in a lot of my lists, and this is not a petty thing, okay? The Jets are an amazing team. They're so good. There's no beef with Patrick Laine. I think he's amazing. The guy is absolutely unreal, and let's be real here. How can I talk smack to Patrick Laine, okay? How can I talk smack to him? So, he's fantastic, but getting back to the logo, I like their old logo better, and that's something you're going to hear a lot. If I like the old logo better, I'm not going to put your logo towards the top because I'd rather see your old logo. Now, I know this was like, you know, new. They wanted it to be fresh. I do like the colors. The colors are very nice. Obviously, you can see pretty much the color of my wall is basically the blue right there. I do like the logo. Again, there's a lot of logos in here I like, but I just like the old logo better. That's literally why this logo is here pretty much. I really love the old Winnipeg logo. I really wish that they would have used that one, but we can't have everything that we want, so that's why it's at number 31. At number 30 is the Florida Panthers. Again, I don't mind the jerseys that they have, and I like the colors again with this. They match well, but the old logo for the Florida Panthers is much better in my opinion. The cat on this, or whatever it is, the panther, you're obviously going to want that to look a little bit angrier in my opinion. I think that it does look angry. Let's be real, it does look angry, but you know, it's not doing it for me. I like the colors again, and this logo isn't even bad. It's just I have to rank them. If I'm going to rank them 31 to 1, I have to. I do like the shield idea of it, but the colors do match well. But again, there's just something about this logo that it doesn't scream a hockey logo. When I see this, it almost looks more of a soccer logo to me for some reason. I don't know why. I've always thought of that. A lot of soccer teams go with the shield type of thing, if I'm not mistaken. In certain leagues, at least. Soccer fans, don't hate me. I'm not dissing soccer logos. It's just that's what this reminds me of. At number 29 is the Dallas Stars. Now, again, I do like the old logo. That wasn't the main reason why. It's just, this seems like almost too simple. And I just think that there was more potential for this. Everything's bigger in Texas, I guess, so they could have probably done this a little bit better. I probably sound really stupid. I'm Canadian, by the way, so if I say something that I'm trying to be American or sound American, that's why. The green is good. I think I would have emphasized the green more because they really do emphasize the green inside the arena and stuff like that. I'm not a big fan of it being dominated by the white and the gray type of lettering, and the green just being the outline. I would have done something completely different, and that's something I want to do later on, is create different logos, because I am pretty decent with Photoshop, so that's why this is at 29. And number 28 is the Vegas Golden Knight logo. Here's the thing. I do like the logo. It looks nice. The shield's there, whatever. They have been under fire, apparently some lawsuit with the fact that this logo is being used by a military base or something similar to this, or the name. So I wonder if eventually this logo has to be changed, which would be incredibly crazy. Or if that lawsuit is over, then let me know, guys. But, you know, it's going to grow on me. I think right now it's just, I'm not the biggest fan of the logo, because it hasn't really fully grown on me, and that's the reason why it's at number 28. And number 27 is the Tampa Bay Lightning logo. This is really simple, and I remember watching Neil's video quite a bit ago. I think it was months ago at least now, where he said there was like a lot more opportunity to work with this logo, and I completely agree. This is just way too simple, especially since the old Tampa Bay logo kicks ass. That logo is amazing. The one like the Habib Boulin days, basically, the like Le Cavalier, St. Louis, like old school, like Stanley Cup, that like old school. Listen to me, I'm not that old. The old school, the Habib Boulin days. Let's Stanley Cup days. But I really like that logo better. This one just seems way too simple. The lightning bolt looks way too animated and cartoonish. I would have rather had something more legit, more tough, if I was to switch it up. And number 26, again, with the old logo thing, the LA Kings. Again, I think this might have been something Neil said, or was it in another video? I might be tripping, but the crown that's inside, I do like the older style with the crown being dominated. Like, why couldn't you have gone with the crown and then had, like, the LA as the, you know, put the LA letters, like, that's in this logo on top of the crown, sort of mix it up like that, or even just go with the crown. This one just seems way too plain. I know it's the black and white or whatever, but I wish there was maybe a little bit of color there. Like, I know they did purple before. Maybe mix that in somehow. Maybe even a dark blue if you want to switch it up a little bit. This logo is clean. It is nice, but at the same time, I just would have made some minor changes, removing the shield and maybe dominating the crown more often, and or more frequently having the crown be the more dominant piece in the logo. But I can't change it. Now, this is number 25, the Vancouver Canucks. This one just, I mean, this logo, it just doesn't seem tough and, you know, rough enough for a hockey team. I think that it's a little weak. I actually didn't mind the logo where they just had the stick, to be honest. I'm not a huge fan of that one, but I'm also really, for some reason, just not a big fan of this. The two blues there, they mix well, of course, but it just doesn't do it for me. This is just one of those logos I wasn't sure where to put in the list because I'm not a huge fan of how it looks. Again, obviously a little bit more like cartoonish and whatnot, because you know, you can't really get too real life with a logo, but this is a decent logo, I guess, but I just didn't know where to put it. Same with this one. I do really like the colors with the New York Islanders logo. This is, sorry, number 24 on the list. I think it does what it's supposed to, but at the same time, just doesn't do it for me. The Y with the hockey stick and the puck it's creative. It really is. But with the colors and with some of the jerseys that we've seen over the years with the Islanders, they've had some rough looking logos. They've had some nice looking logos, but this one just doesn't do it for me, and that's why it's at number 24. This one, at number 23, the St. Louis Blues, I actually wish I would have put this a little bit closer to the front. I actually really do like this logo, and this is where it's getting confusing because it's getting towards some logos where I just wasn't sure where to put it, and I do like them. It's just it had to fall in this place for the list. The Blues are obviously a very good franchise when it comes to history and stuff like that. I do like the colors. I would have honestly maybe, again, this is me because I like Photoshop, I like editing, maybe made the yellow portion of the logo a little bit bigger, maybe a lot bigger, to be honest with you. I like how the blue and the yellow mix a little bit, in my opinion. It's very minor changes. It just had to be at number 23 because of the logos that come after. Number 22, the New Jersey Devils. This one, again, is very creative. It has that, you know, devil, like, fierce type of, you know, the points look real good, you know, the devil horn type thing. It's just, this is a logo that always, I just think of Martin Brodeur, like probably a lot of people do. I was a goalie, so I always tie this logo back to Martin Brodeur. It is a very rich logo. I mean, they had the green mixed in on one of their logos before, and I didn't mind that. This one, to me, is again a middle of the pack type of logo where I just didn't know where to put it. I don't have anything negative really to say about it, other than the fact that it is what it is. It's very plain. It's just, you know, the New Jersey Devils. You're trying to put the point across with the N, with the J, with the Devil type thing. Not a bad logo. And number 21, the Columbus Blue Jackets. This is a sharp looking logo. I'm not going to lie. I really wish this logo could have been closer, but again, where I place things, for the reasons why I placed them, it has to be here. The Blue Jackets, the colors are real nice. You know, I said this in a video when I did Blue Jays MLB logo rankings with Neil on his More Post to Post channel, where we talked about how blue and red is dominant on a lot of logos in sports. And this dark blue and red combination looks real nice with the stars. Again, they really made that star the emphasis of it. It looks real nice. I'm not going to lie. The logo looks really nice the way they put it together. But to me, it's just like, okay, that's the logo. Nothing too special about it. And again, this is no disrespect to any of your teams, but this isn't something that I'd go out of my way to purchase just based off of the logo, to be honest. Next is the Anaheim Ducks. This one I actually figured would be a lot closer to like the bottom, but over time, for some reason, I just like the way this logo looks. You know, obviously it's looking like a D because of the Ducks, although I wish they would do the Mighty Ducks thing. Let's be real here. How could you not love the purple, that greenish? I'm looking over there because I have a Ducks jersey, like the teal, the purple, whatever, the maroon. It looked way better, but the way that just, it's subtle with this logo. The green, the darkish green, lightish green type of thing, and then you've got the orange stripe. It meshes really nice together. It's simple, but it works, and with the jerseys and everything like that, this logo pops in my opinion. So I had to put it at number 20. At number 19, the Minnesota Wild. Now this is a very well done logo, I have to admit. For it to be where it is right now kind of shocked me a little bit when I was putting all the logos together. I'm like, you know, I wish I could put it somewhere else, but this is where it is because, I mean, just from other logos, again, nostalgia kicks in when you look at some of these logos and ranking them, and that's how I based off it, how I love these logos from memories of me playing hockey or watching hockey. And the Minnesota Wild were never like a team that I was able to watch all the time just based off of where the television regions and stuff like that. So this is a very well done logo. Obviously, it taps into the wild, the forest, you've got the sun, the sunrise, sunset type of thing there. All the colors really match really well, and this is a very well done logo, but again, we're starting to get into some of the logos where nostalgia kicks in. And number 18 is the Detroit Red Wings. Now this again is something that is personal to me, even though it is at number 18. The Red Wings have been a rival of the Toronto Maple Leafs. I've watched them quite a bit. The logo has always been very important to me because when I was really young, I got a puck signed by Kurt Maltby, and I was fascinated with the signature, of course, but I was always really drawn into the logo. I really love the red and the white and the Motor City type thing. I think it really matches in well, and it's very simple, but the colors just red and white, because I also watched a lot of wrestling, Monday Night Raw, red. I always tie random things into these logos, and it comes from everywhere, really. And I just love the logo. I think it's simple, but it works, and that's why it had to be at number 18. At number 17 is the Philadelphia Flyers. Again, very, very simple logo. The orange and black, it just reminds me of Broad Street Bullies type of thing, Domi and Brashear fights. This logo, it's simple again, but it's so nice. I love the simplicity of it. The Flyers have always had, in my opinion, a great logo. Now, the one thing I would change is, you see how there's the white, you see the black, then there's the white stripe around it, and then there's a small black. I'm wondering why they wouldn't do an orange outer lining. And I know it might mix up with the jerseys a little bit, but I liked when they had the black jerseys, and then you would have an orange outline around the logo. And I think that's probably why it's a little bit lower, because I do like the orange popping in the middle of the logo. Why not have it somewhere else in the logo as well? And that's just why it's at number 17. And number 16, the Washington Capitals. Now, this one, a lot of people may disagree with, but I like that they incorporated the colors, the blue and the red, again dominating most sports logos. The puck being in with the T, very simple, but it works. The stars, it all just meshes together properly how you would want a logo to look like, in my opinion. It works for what they're going for. They've also had some good logos before, and that's probably why it's at 16, because I do like their older logos, but I do like this one as well. It reminds me of growing up cheering for Alexander Ovechkin. Even though I'm a Leaf fan, I mean, you could see stuff. I think there's a figure, right, where am I pointing? Right there, right there. Right there, Washington. I think that's where it is. That's why I was making sure I wasn't pointing at anything else. It's a good thing it was there, because I wasn't sure if it was. But yeah, I like the logo because I had a lot of Ovechkin merchandise growing up, and I still collect some of his stuff. And the logo is obviously part of the reason why I'm a fan of watching Capitals hockey, because I think it's just a clean logo. And I mean, that's all I gotta say about it. Number 15, the Ottawa Senators. The Battle of Ontario, and obviously a huge Leaf rivalry with the Senators, and this is just a logo that really reminds me of growing up as a hockey fan, because I've seen this logo quite often. Saturday night, hockey night in Canada. It just reminds me of that. It brings back a lot of good memories. The red, the gold, orange, yellow type of color combination looks real nice. And this guy looks mean. He looks like he means business, in my opinion. He looks like, you know what, yeah, we are the Senators, and we're going out there to win games. And I think that it works well. They've had a lot of really good logos, in my opinion, but because of the rivalry, because of nostalgia, I had to put it at number 15. At number 14, the Buffalo Sabres. Now, I do really like this logo because of how they tied in the name without having to use you know, letters, words, whatever, just like a lot of these logos have. With the, you know, you've got like the swords, the saber, the whatever, you've got it all mixing in together properly. The blue and the yellow gold type of colors work really well. I can't really say much other than the fact that it brings back good memories watching you know, hockey growing up. I was fascinated with watching the Sabres for some reason when I wasn't watching the Leafs, even though I don't really like them that much, which is surprising, but that's why I have this logo here. At number 13, the Montreal Canadiens. This is heritage. This is where I'm starting to get into some logos too, where it's like, it's about the history. I used to always joke around and say that if you flipped it around, it looks like a toilet seat with some toilet paper going across it. But the Montreal Canadiens use the blue and red and white as well. It's just very clean. This is history. This is a Maple Leafs rivalry. This is a hockey legend logo right there. And I think that you can't deny that this is one of the better logos just based off of the history and how it looks. Very simple, and I like it. At number 12, the Boston Bruins. Again, this is nostalgia. I'm not a big Bruins fan. My girlfriend is, my granddad is. There's lots of people that I know that are Bruins fans. But this logo is just, it brings back memories for me as well, just growing up watching a lot of Bruins hockey when they're facing the Leafs or just watching them on TV. This is just a clean logo, black and yellow. It works so well together, and it's just very simple, and it works. It gets the point across. Yeah, we're the Bruins, the big bad Bruins, showing the B. You know, it's like, this is who we are. This is the logo, and come mess with us, basically. Number 11 is the Sharks. That shark is a mean-looking shark, breaking the stick, just absolutely chomping through it like, this is what we're about to do to you guys tonight. The colors are real nice. They don't try too hard to make borders and all this other stuff around it. The teal is real nice, but this is a mean looking logo, like we are literally about to eat you alive tonight. It's so self-explanatory. The Sharks did a really good job with that logo. And number 10 is the Arizona Coyotes. I almost said Phoenix. I owned a Phoenix Coyotes jersey quite a long time ago, and the reason why was because of this logo. I really, really like this logo. This is a mean looking coyote. He's getting ready with those sharp teeth. He's like, all right, come enter our yard, and we're going to eat you alive as well, even though they haven't been that good. Simple. No borders. Colors look good. And I'm a big guy. I like maroon, the color of, you know, maroon, whatever. I like that color, so I think that it matches real nice. And yeah, like I said, it's a mean looking logo, to be honest. Again, the Nashville Predators. This is a nice looking logo. I had a practice jersey of the Nashville Predators, and this logo was on it. This is a real nice looking one because of the blue, the dark blue, and the yellow. That's a combination that gets used quite a bit actually in sports, and it works really well. The stripe going through it, look at that teeth, look at those sharp ass teeth right there. The border, again, like I mentioned, because I like designs and stuff like that, the border of it where it's outlined by 2 or 3 different colors, I think that's cool when you layer stuff on top of each other. But again, it's mean looking, it's to the point, no borders, no words, it's just right there for you. It looks real nice, and that's why it's there at number 9. And number 8 is the Pittsburgh Penguins. I love this logo. Again, self-explanatory. You got the yellow in the background to make sure it's not just a penguin there, to show that their colors are yellow and black. They have the penguin there shooting. It's not the meanest looking penguin, but at the same time, again, it's a nice looking logo. You don't have to really look too deep into it to know that it's a penguin playing hockey. You're playing the Pittsburgh Penguins, and it is a bit of a meaner looking penguin. At least they didn't go with some cartoon, looking penguin that looked like it was happy to be out there, even though they probably are happy to play hockey. But this is just, it looks cool. It's got the old school type of gloves on it. I like the logo. It's just very simple. It works. It's to the point. Yellow and black work so well together. And number 7 is the Colorado Avalanche. This is 2 colors that just look so fantastic together. You've got the avalanche type of thing wrapping around the A. You've got a small border that kind of hooks, and I like that kind of slanted oval type of logo in the background. Some logos that you've already seen in the next one you're going to see kind of has something like that. That's a hint, but it just works. And again, this is a logo that gets touched up every once in a while. They have a lot of really great logos. I know Neil really likes one of their logos as well, like a secondary or one of their shoulder ones, but this is just, the colors work real nice together, and I like it. Next up is the Carolina Hurricanes, black and red. How could you go wrong? Black, red, and white. You get the point. They weren't trying to be, over the top and emphasizing the hurricane thing. This is, it just shows like, yeah, we're going to storm through you and we're going to win. That's what I think when I look at it. Like I mentioned, the kind of slanted oval type of thing, circle. It looks nice with how the logo looks, the black and the red. It's not trying to dominate it, because if they would have done, like, instead of having it just on the sides, if they would have literally just made it black and red together, I don't think it would have looked nice. Adding the white and having it kind of swirl around like the hurricane type of thing, like a hurricane, I think it looks nice, and the colors match really well. Now, this one I wanted to put number 1. I'm not going to lie. This is the Chicago Blackhawks. This is just absolutely so nice. The Chief looking thing there, I just don't want to disrespect anybody, so I'm just going to say it's like a chief or like a native person right there with the feathers, and I'm guessing those are feathers to be. I didn't do too much research when it comes into what those exact things are, because I want to give you guys my legit reaction to the logos and why I put them there. The colors look real nice. They didn't stick with their main one color. They added in the green, they added in a bit of yellow, they have that orange type of red color, and I think this is just history right there. This is just a beautiful looking logo. I really enjoy this logo. If I wasn't a Leaf fan, I feel like I might want to wear something that looked like that because it's just super nice in my opinion. And number 4 is the Calgary Flames. I got to speed up here. My camera's dying on me, and unfortunately I'm getting to the logos I like. But the C, the orange, the red, it looks really nice. It just matches together really nicely. It dominates the logo with the red and the flames. It's self-explanatory. The Calgary Flames, that's basically all I have to say about it, because it's self-explanatory. The colors are really nice. It works. It wasn't trying to do anything too flashy. It just looks real nice. Next is the Edmonton Oilers at number 3. This is just a classic logo coming from the Gretzky days. They've obviously done some minor changes, but the orange and the blue looks really nice together. The Oilers with it kind of pulling down to the bottom too. I thought that was always really creative. The border with the blue and then it goes white, like I mentioned before. The layering looks really cool. So I'm a big fan of this logo, and I hope they continue to leave it like this. And number 2 is what I also wanted to make number 1. The New York Rangers, because the red and the blue again looks super nice. The subtle red is not dominating it. They make it look official. This makes it screams New York to me, in my opinion. They've had a lot of good logos, but this just says this is New York. we're official, we're business, we're coming in there to do what we got to do. We got to win games. And the divots, the points, they just spaced it out really nice at the top, but not dominating it with red was something, you know, I don't mind, because I don't think that it should have been dominated by red, because they go with blue more often. But I think that the colors just work really well. The border is really cool too. Like I mentioned again, they've got the white and they've got the blue border on the outside, so I'm a big fan of that. And number one, of course, is the Toronto Maple Leafs. I grew up a Toronto Maple Leafs fan, but they've always switched around the logo. I hated their last logo. This one just screams the importance of the Leaf. This is a bit of the heritage behind the team. Looks real nice. The Toronto Maple Leafs, it says it right there. It tells you what the team is, even though I'm not the biggest fan like the Rangers logo of too much lettering, but it just works really nice with the logo, the white lines inside. It's my childhood, it's who I am, so it had to be number one. So thank you very much for watching this video. Hopefully you liked it. If you're new, make sure you subscribe. I'd love to have more hockey conversations with you. I'll see you in the next video. I'll see you in the stream on Monday as well. Peace.